Naturally, it seems that the good people at home really liked me and wanted a full version of greatest U.S. President Donald Trump rates the eternal return characters.
There's so many lies in that sentence, it's comical. I highly doubt they were here for you, Donald. They just like our funny bits regarding some of the characters' gimmicks.
No, they're definitely here for me. Can we start now? I have a meeting with Jenny in an hour.
No, we have to wait for Biden. I think he said he was taking a nap.
Has anyone checked if he's asleep or he died of old age?
Hey guys, I'm here. What you talking about?
You're unfortunately still alive. I was just telling Obama how the good viewers showed their support to see me.
Just like how they showed their support for you in the last election, right, Donald? They definitely want to see me, their current U.S. president.
We're not doing this. Let's just get started. Let's start with...
We're starting with Aya because she is my secondary. I still bleed blue and so does this motherfucker. Nothing like putting down illegals in the name of the law.
Did you really just do the same bit?
Yeah, Donald, get some new material.
You guys wouldn't know a good bit if it bit you in the ass.
Boomer humor. Good one. Moving on to Hyunwoo.
I like this guy. I also like to sit in bushes and wait for someone to walk by and scare them. Gives me a good chuckle.
You're a chuckle fuck, Joe.
Joe, that's harassment and definitely not a good look. I expect that out of Donald.
I'll ignore that for now, Obama, because that's creepy as shit, Joe.
In the last episode, you two both got to talk about your mains, but we didn't get to talk about mine.
And who might that be?
Estelle. Unlike the police, firefighters actually help people.
Estelle is very fun to play. I like squirting water on people in a fight.
You could figure out Estelle's EW combo, but you main Magnus. Make it make sense, Joe.
Usually I just mash all the keys and she ends up doing it.
Firefighters are great and all, but let's talk about the people who really help others. Our front lines. Soldiers are the backbone of our society, and Theodore is one of the best characters in this game.
Can't really disagree there. Although I usually play solos, and this character is abysmal.
I like when my team has a Theodore and makes me run super fast.
You're super simple, Joe. You know that? Since we're talking about the people who serve, let's talk about Lennox. You and I had a conversation about her the other day, Joe.
Yes, I think Lennox would be a great Secret Service agent with her bodyguard training. All our agents are so serious, and I think she would bring a lot of fun.
What the fuck are you two even talking about? How far are we going to bend the lines of a video game and reality?
Considering you started the video saying you're meeting with Jenny in an hour, probably very far.
Yay, Donald, why don't you act like Barbara and just lock yourself in your room for 20 years and never show your ugly mug again? Oh, wait, you'll be locked in jail soon anyway, so I guess you will.
How dare you compare me, a political mastermind, to a bullshit one-shot character? You know how I feel about them, and this one is a sad excuse for an engineer, too.
He got you there, Trump. You will probably be in jail soon, too.
Try again, dickhead. It's going to take a lot more than fake news to keep me locked in a box.
Speaking of the news, let's talk about Martina. She's a hard-working journalist trying to get her story.
Correction, Brock. Speaking of fake news, all this bitch does is spread fake news. This is why I trust Fox journalists and not whatever she represents.
I don't really have the patience to play this character. It takes forever to get her stacks.
That's because you play solos, Obama. Let's queue up duos after this and you'll have a better time.
Pride Month just ended, boys.
Moving on, let's talk about Sua. Sua is a great character, and her summertime skin reminds me of being out at the beach.
Sua is a great character for sure. I love her huge books.
There's no way you like her for her books, Donald. You're illiterate.
I was talking about her boobs, Joe, and if anyone is illiterate, it's Obama. Did we all forget how his swearing-in went? I, Obama, am in office faithfully. I swear to execute solemnly. What the fuck did you even say?
That's called echolalia, Donald. Has nothing to do with literacy.
Whatever, we're moving on to Hayes. Who needs books when you have guns? And more guns means less problems.
I like her outfit, very snazzy.
No one uses snazzy anymore, Joe.
Sign this bitch up for the NRA because she knows how to handle them too. I'd like to see her handle my loaded gun.
Not again. We might as well get all the gun characters out of the way now so he can do his bit.
Makes sense to me. Which one's next?
Rozzy. She's also great with guns. She needs to cut the attitude, though.
This character feels impossible to fight sometimes the way she dances around a fight.
She reminds me of myself back in the war, ducking and diving into trenches and popping out with 2 guns.
Are you role-playing, Joe? Okay, we lost Joe.
Another gun character, Isol. He needs some guidance, but he's got a great shot.
Isol is too corrupt by war. No child should have to go through what he did.
What do you know, Obama? My father had me out in the backyard at 5 putting holes in squirrels with my pellet gun, and I turned out great. The best even.
Great is a huge overstatement.
Sorry, guys, I had to take care of...
Bombs! Boom! Gunshots everywhere. Get down!
They're coming. Get in positions. Babak, babak, pow, pow.
Quite happy with yourself, aren't you?
He'll be fine. Celine is a character that's way too hard to play, but I do enjoy playing with bombs.
Agreed. She's hard, but very rewarding when you do your combo right. Figured you'd want this in S tier considering they're nuclear bombs.
Is that all the gun characters?
I think so. Joe, are you good now?
Yeah, I'm good. I really like role-playing when I play Eternal Return. Reminds me of performing in the theater when I was a child.
Good. Let's move on to William. He's kind of boring, much like baseball.
Will Ferrell once said there's nothing more American than grabbing a hot dog, heading to the ballpark, and watching 9 illegals make magic on the field.
That's not the quote, Donald. He specifically said 9 guys from the Dominican Republic. They're quite a talented nation at baseball.
Also, William is from Canada.
A Canadian? Never mind bottom tier.
While I like Canadians, I can't get behind Daniel. This guy gives me the creeps.
Yeah, he's way too obsessed with hair.
He's also not the good kind of Canadian.
What does that mean?
It means he's creepy, much like Leanne.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that the creepy ones aren't for us.
Bitch needs her meds or something. I can't play this character. She's always screaming every time I do something. And then when she transforms, I can't do anything. Why did we get a ghost girl? What was wrong with cat girls?
Are we moving on to IREM then?
Yes, my good buddy Elon was right. Cat girls are the shit.
I hear cat girls were ruining his life.
Joe, shut the fuck up. Using Corpse Husband to be hip with the Zoomers was not funny.
I like to zoom when I play Magnus on his motorcycle.
What?
We talked about Magnus last time, Joe.
Oh, I like to zoom when I play Sylvia on her motorcycle.
Why do you play both the simplest and most mechanical characters?
He's simple-minded, much like Sylvia.
But this bimbo is also good at athletics. A much appreciated combo we don't see often.
Johan is simple, and I don't play him.
Does anyone play Johan? That character sucks.
Actually, he has his role in squads.
He's also a man of God, much like myself.
You're so real for that, Oomphy. Anyways, what about our poor middle-class characters?
What do you care about the middle class?
I'll have you know I highly value the hard workers trying to make a living. When I first received my small loan of $1 million, I was just like these people.
You've never worked hard a day in your life, Donald.
Unlike Felix, who is just a convenience store worker, I have respect for him, but I'm concerned by some of his quotes.
What are they?
He has one about going through training and had rocks thrown at him.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, pansy.
Or it makes you wish you were dead.
Piolo has also had a rough time, too. I like him a lot.
Shows you just how far hard work can go. He really picked himself back up.
It's always nice to have a craft, too. I really enjoy Tia's paintings.
This bitch is colorblind or something. How does a red and blue combo make a green heel?
Trump's right. If you mix yellow and blue, the combo that actually makes green, you get a purple root. The color that red and blue make.
Don't you two play any other games? Green is always used for healing, and purple is usually used for stuns.
No, we only play Eternal Return free on Steam.
Well, that was creepy as shit. Let's talk about Shukai. He also has a craft.
I love Shukai. This guy makes some awesome Kung Pao chicken. It's not as good as the great American McDonald's, but still very good.
There's no way McDonald's is even comparable to anything Shukai can make.
Yeah, Donald, you fat fuck. You look like you were deep fried in peanut oil and served at McDonald's.
Actually, Joe, I'm what the kids call a hecking chonker. And you look like you have a peanut allergy, which is way worse.
Actually, Donald, you're what the kids call a hecking cornball. Try a vegetable once in a while.
The only vegetable here is you with your old ass. Maybe try a burger and beef up.
I'm actually quite fond of burgers, specifically Eleven's combo meals. My kids watch her streams, and I enjoy playing the character from time to time.
She's not real, Joe. She doesn't stream.
Yes, she does. I hear my kids watching her all the time. She's on offline TV.
That's her voice actor, dumb fuck.
Oh, well, that's kind of the same thing. One sec, guys. I have to grab that.
Quick, Donald, I sent an agent to Biden's door to preoccupy him for a bit.
Okay, Ann.
We forgot Bernice, another gun character. I don't want to set Joe off again.
This character stands still and right-clicks. He's basically a walking turret with no winning matchups.
Agreed. I'm not big on hunting or the outdoors either. Good talk.
Sorry, guys. I'm back. Who are we on?
Oh, Trump and I were just talking about Nadine. She's really outdoorsy, and I was just saying how I'm not really the outdoors man.
Yeah, neither am I really.
Oh, I think Nadine is neat. I get to go around the island hunting with her.
She has an interesting concept for sure, and the only character that doesn't have a limit on how strong she can get.
She never has a lot to say, though, much like my first wife. Actually, Elena reminds me a lot of her. Lovely to look at, but a cold bitch.
Do you ever have a positive thing to say about women without following it with a negative?
Actually, yes, I do, Obama. Your mother gives the best head.
I should have seen that coming.
Back on the wholesome path. I really like Adina. My kids are really into astrology. I'm a Scorpio. What about you guys?
I'm a Leo. We're strong and show natural leadership.
Astrology is a load of bullshit. There's no way any of that is true.
Must be a Gemini.
Definitely a Gemini.
Can we get back to the real characters now? Let's talk about Shoichi. He's a fellow businessman and knows how to make a deal.
He's also shady as shit, much like you.
This one's fitting. You'd probably try to be friends with him, then he'd sell your organs.
I'd gladly give one of my pristine organs for a couple Benjamins, Joe.
He'd honestly give them back to you with how decrepit they are.
Takes one to know one, you old bastard.
Unlike you guys, I take care of my body. I enjoy swimming for fitness, much like Leon.
Leon's a cool character, and I also like swimming.
I used to love going down to Mexico and surfing the waves with the boys. We'd kick back, have a few beers, and steal some bikinis from sunbathers.
You're the worst type of person, Donald.
Fuck you, Obama. You're just jealous you didn't have cool friends.
I have tons of friends. We just don't do things that make an ass out of ourselves.
Yeah, likely story. You're probably like Eva and just made up all your stories to fit in.
Eva is one of the brightest characters on the island. That's a compliment.
It kind of makes you a stick, though.
I'm not a stick.
Definitely a stick.
You two just don't know excellence when you see it. Much like our next trio of picks. Rio, Heijin, and Yuki all strive for excellence in everything they do.
Yeah, they're also boring to play.
You like boring, though.
Not this kind of boring. When I play Magnus, I get to do exciting things like blow people up with my bike. These characters don't have anything cool about them.
I agree. Rio and Yuki are two of the most boring characters in the game. Hyejin used to be exciting back when she was an amp character. She was a great character with lots of interaction, but not bullshit enough to where she could just one-shot you without feeling like she didn't have to work for it.
I do agree that they ruined her when they made her crit. However, Shuriken characters are kind of in a tough spot. Look at Zahir.
He's right. Throw Zahir used to be a meme. You were crazy if you didn't run Shuriken. Now look at him.
I've decided on my 2024 campaign, we're going to make Eternal Return great again.
Wow. I do appreciate when they try something new. What they did with Acheon was cool.
I agree. He at least feels unique with his VF arm weapon.
I want one of those arm things to shove up your ass, Joey.
Hey, yo.
You're a real motherfucker. You know that, Trump.
It's quite true. Mothers love me, especially MILFs like Chloe. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
You got the man-child going again, Biden?
It's not my fault you've never felt the touch of a woman, Obama. Who's the real man-child? Keep projecting.
On God, Donald, if we were in the streets right now, I'd pull out the street cleaner on your ass.
Stick to your guns, Obama. The only street cleaner you know how to use is Luke. And you're probably subpar with that, too.
He got you there, Obama. I've seen your shot. It's nothing to be afraid of.
Don't be siding with him, Joe. You're seconds away from being in the ER with Sis Ella.
Being in the Eternal Return?
No, the hospital, dumbass.
No shot, Barack. I'd put you under. Say hi to Kathy for me when you wake up.
There's no way you're talking about throwing hands with me, Joe. I got hands like Jan. I'll hit you with the swiftest 1-2. You won't even realize what happened. You're asking to be put down.
This is very amusing.
Shut up, Donald. You're not safe either.
I'm so scared, Joey. The only thing scary about you is your fashion sense. How are you going to let a video game character have better drip than you?
Are you talking about Mai? She's a hard worker and a master of her craft. Of course she has drip.
That broad bitchy as hell. I don't like her. And I doubt she makes clothes in my size.
Ever heard of a workout, Donald?
My body's a temple, Joe. You might not believe it, but this is what peak masculine physique looks like.
I think I just threw up a bit.
I'm like a dashing mix of Camillo and Marcus, if you ask me.
I think Marcus is one of the most underrated characters in Eternal Return. He's got a really cool ultimate.
Yeah, but the rest of his kit is too simple. And I hate having to change which direction I'm fighting someone all the time.
The flip is a cool and unique mechanic like nothing else in the game, though. He's a pretty good character.
Next is Tazia.
Another character that's needlessly hard to play despite being mediocre.
She's fun to watch, though. That one circle guy in Korea is really good with her.
You watch Eternal Return, Masters Joe?
Yes, I do. It's very exciting.
I never would have expected that.
Anyways, he makes her look really flashy, and I wish I could play like that.
Can we get back to the real characters?
Who's a real character left, Donald?
Let's talk about Lee Dai-Lin. I bet that bitch knows how to party, and I love her announcer pack.
She's super cute, but she glorifies being an alcoholic.
It's a game, Obama.
Yeah, and alcohol is good for you anyways. Helps you make better decisions.
Oh yeah, when I need to think clearly, the first thing I do is look for a shot. Moving on to a more wholesome character, we have Hart.
Hart's lore reminds me of my childhood. She grew up on an almond farm and worked morning to night helping her family take care of it.
The only relative thing there, Joe, is that she grew up on an almond farm and you're a nut.
Seriously, Joe, How does the life of a poor 23-year-old girl who wants to spread love and peace through music relate to an 80-year-old man who's the President of the United States?
She represents the hard-working, everyday American.
No, Joe, I do.
Next is Emma.
Emma's lore reminds me of my childhood. She grew up trying to learn magic, and her parents never supported her.
Again, Joe, the only relative thing once more is that you're a hack.
And for my next trick, I'll make Trump
I kicked him from the call because I knew he was going to kick me as a disappearing bit.
I'll allow it.
Well, I guess I should have seen that coming.
Well, we're nearing the end. Only a few more to go.
Thank God I'm tired of talking to you losers. Can we get the crazies out of the way first?
And who might that be?
First up is Nikki. This psycho bitch has way too much attitude. How do you have a built-in rage mechanic?
She's a stunt actress and hates men. She valid for that.
I'm not the biggest fan of her either, but she does have her reasons.
Fine, she can be mid-tier, but I will not stand for Kiara being anything other than bottom tier.
I'm actually surprised you don't like her.
This bitch is crazy, and what's with that get up?
She's been through a lot.
I don't care. When you use her spirit hunter skin, she starts talking backwards. I hate it.
Sai, I'm guessing next is Jackie then?
Yep, this bitch loves everything about killing. And the fact they made a character whose memories don't get wiped at the end of each experiment, more bottom tier trash.
I quite like Jackie. Her accent is really nice to listen to, and her gameplay is simple.
Sorry, Biden, Jackie is too much for me too. She's nicknamed Quilt because she cuts people into tiny pieces only to be recognized by fitting them back together like a puzzle. I'm good.
And lastly is Adriana. We get it. Lily's gone. Why do I need to be reminded all the time?
While she misses Lily, it's her motive to keep going.
Yeah, Adriana has cool combos too. I think she should be higher up.
I'll allow it because I do love a redhead.
We haven't talked about Carla yet.
Another redhead, S tier.
Carla reminds me a lot of my adult years. She's a pirate. And back when the internet came out, I too was a pirate surfing the seas of web pages, trying to find the new Maroon 5 album.
That's so embarrassing, and I will totally use that against you in the next election.
Yeah, seriously, Joe, you can't be admitting that you listened to Maroon 5.
And while we're on bad singers, have you guys ever played Priya? I played one game of her and quit.
I have, and I quite like her. She sings whenever she uses abilities. It's quite a peaceful play style.
Her E makes my head hurt. I can't click back and forth quick enough to hit anyone. Bottom tier.
You guys just don't understand a mechanical character when you see one. Let me guess you both hate Aiden too.
Yep. Why would I want another character that I have to learn how to play ranged and melee at the same time? Sylvia is enough for me.
Too many buttons and too many play styles. Get him out of here.
Well, we're at the last character. Last up is Bianca.
Great voice acting and a great character. I hate that she uses her health to attack, though.
What did I say last time about these bullshit one-shot characters? I hate Bianca.
You're an Isaac Maine. There's no way you struggle with her. You can pull her out of coffin and Tonfa her ultimate.
I wish I could put you in a coffin, Joey.
Thank you so much for watching us rate Eternal Return characters. If you stuck with us the whole time, leave a like and comment who your favorite character bit was. Subscribe for more Eternal Return videos and be sure to click or tap the screen now to get a full playlist of Eternal Return headcanon videos.